Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim. 3:39. I'm making eggs and coffee. The first time I got up, I gotta wash my face. My left eye looks horrible. Look. I just got up. First time I got up, I could swear it was 2 or 3 in the morning. It was 11 p.m. Sleeping is terrible. But I left my daughter's last night. We had that Loco Moco she made. It's a bed of white rice, a hamburger patty, brown gravy with mushrooms and onions, and then scrambled egg on top. I'll tell you what, I ate it. It was darn good, real good. And Lisa was there, and Eddie and I, and work. Come on, man. Give me that coffee. And it's cold. Guess what I did? I forgot to turn the furnace on, like the propane, the bottle, like open it in front of the camper, and I'm woo! Get a little warm in here. Man, that thing works good. So I went outside and I turned the bottle on. I couldn't get the furnace to come on. If there's no gas, it won't even click or try or do nothing. So I came in here, I turned the stove on. That's why this is up. And the stove lit up and went, "Ooh." I said, I finally ran that bottle out. Then I go out there, the bottle isn't on. The bottle has still got gas in it. The first bottle from 6 months ago. I love how I can talk, play my music, nobody can hear me. You can't do this in an apartment. Folks, this is fun. This is really fun. Traveling, I'll be doing forevermore. Somehow, I will go on the cheap. Somehow. This half off on the America the Beautiful card. They got places in Florida. And I was talking to my daughter last night. What can I do when I get home? I'm going to be ready to go again. What am I going to do with that motorcycle? I said, maybe I'll ride down to the Keys. I'll tell you why. Folks, oh, thank goodness, go off. It's warm in here now. Got to take this jacket off. Folks, this is the best cup of coffee I've ever drank in my life. Damn, that's good coffee. Oh. I'm going to turn on YouTube and watch Gold Wing videos. Yeah, I might just take a ride all the way to Key West on that bike. You know, as the holidays get closer, I would think a lot of people are, doing something else. Maybe it won't be so, ooh, you don't want to go down there right now. Oh my gosh. Do you have any idea what's going on right now? It used to be the weekend of Halloween, Fantasy Fest. It used to be just that when I was a kid, and it was packed then. It is the world's second largest spectator event in the world. Number one is World Soccer. It is over NASCAR. It's over everything. People go down there. They book a year or so ahead. It's a very, limited amount of rooms and stuff. They go down to Duval Street in Key West, and there's a parade that they do, and body painting, and it's just, I mean, go on YouTube and put in Fantasy Fest. It's a wild, what do you call that thing in Louisiana? What do they do? What's that called? They ain't got nothing on Fantasy Fest. I never been to that thing in New Orleans. I have no interest in it. And I have gone to Fantasy Fest when I was young. My experience was, short story, you go down there. I'm just going to be a little descriptive here, but people get body painted nude. Women are walking around completely topless, but your body is painted. And you're like, you wearing something? No, you ain't. But you can't tell. You know, it's paint like a bikini top on them and stuff. And, but they ain't wearing nothing. And then when they had this parade, when I was down there as a kid, you have to get off Duval Street and get up on the sidewalk. Now, Duval Street, if you've ever been to Key West, is a very narrow, it's narrower than these roads we got up here in Georgia. I mean, it's a very narrow cobblestone street. Two-way traffic. And you have to be off the street for the parade. It's a walking parade of strange oddities. And so, I don't know what they do now, because there's no way anybody can be off the streets. There's no room. World's second largest spectator event. That's going on right now. But after that's over, it's going to be like Sturgis. Once they get out of there, I'll go on down. I'll ease on down on the wing. Wing on a prayer. So, that sounds like a plan. You know, ride down across Alligator Alley and down through Naples. And gotta stay where it's warm. Ooh, wouldn't want to be riding that baby up here in the wind, not without some heated gear or a lot of long johns on. Not today. I don't know what the temperature is right now. When I went out there, it didn't feel so bad. It wasn't windy. No humidity. Went out there in my skivvies with a jacket. So yeah, I got to put on YouTube right now, make another pot of coffee. The eggs are going to be done. Christina and Eddie, you know, got prison jobs. It's Monday. And like everybody else. And we were talking last night, like, when are we going to do again? Hike again? Be, you know, it's really going to be a lot of basically after work, sharing meals together and visiting at the house, because it's going to be getting dark at 5 o'clock soon. I mean, the time changes November 2nd. It's getting dark at 6 now, essentially. Hey, set your clocks. A supermoon, November 2. One of 3 this year of 2025, supermoons. Make sure it's 8:30 it rises, I think, 8:31. If you've never seen a full moon rise on the first few days when it comes up and it's big and beautiful, but a supermoon, that's when it's closest to the planet Earth. So I already set my alarm on my iPhone to remind me. I'm not going to miss it. I might even set an alarm for 2 days before to keep me aware. But no matter where you're at, check it. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, we'll be visiting at night because they got something going on this weekend that takes them out of town. And then next weekend is the weekend I leave. And when she said it like that, I'm like, well, how can that be? I just paid. I just got in this spot. But you got to remember, maximum 14 days. 2 weeks. And man, does time fly when you're having fun. And hey, let's put the furnace on. Let's put the fireplace on. Here we go. Ready? Boom! Flagstaff's got it all. She's a good girl. I think I hear it going though. We don't need you on. That furnace already says 68 in here. And I got it set for 75 on there. That thing wouldn't go off for a while. Let me put it down to, I got it on 68. That'll bump off in a second. I have the jacks, those silver jacks, one on the rear on the trailer hitch tongue thing, and two in the front. And you can literally let the camper down on the ones in the front to give them a solid feel. Better than the ones that come in the factory. And then you just wrench up the back one there with a couple of good wrenches with that breaker bar thing I have. And this thing is solid. And now by using I'm probably going to put those orange things under my tires at home. I think this thing naturally lifts to the side of the slides because of the weight of it. It would make sense, right? It's not like it's crooked. It's just that it naturally wants to be a little bit more this way, and especially when the slides are out. So I'm going to be putting those under the tires when I get home. And I really appreciate her motivating me to do that, because this thing it's like walking around an apartment. It's solid. Unless you got an upstairs apartment. It's more solid than that. Oh man, that's good coffee, folks. That is really good. Starting to wake up. 3:51, 4 o'clock. That's not too early. Put the YouTube on. It takes a couple of hours just to get warmed up on them Gold Wing videos. I wish I could find a new one. I keep seeing the same ones. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some of my own. And, today's the day I do call Honda again. Is my name on it? Can I use you? The warranty. Today's the day to find out. Fingers crossed. I got an email from them yesterday. I said, here it is. They're letting me know. We've put it in your name. Maybe I thought they'd actually give you a notification. That would be nice, wouldn't it? After they do it, they actually acknowledge you that they did it. You know what it was? You know how after you call a business and a day later they send you a survey, how did we do? That's all that was. I didn't answer it because they hadn't done nothing yet. But when they do, I'll give them a 5-star rating. As soon as they give me my warranty. Man, I'll be a happy camper. There was something I was going to try to remind me. Don't let me forget. I was going to have them check the windshield. And of course, it has to be broken for them to do anything. And started doing it intermittently when I got home. So if it does that, the windshield's one, the idling up and down, I think it's gas. I pray. And then there was something else I was going to have them do. And I'm trying to remember what it is. I got my trickle charger. It's in the truck. I had it delivered to my daughter's. There's a little pigtail that comes out of the side of the motorcycle that you plug it in to a little box, and you plug that into the wall, and it keeps the battery fully charged. People up north, they can't ride in the winter. They leave them in the garage plugged into that so the battery doesn't go dead. And then I have a cool selfie stick and a gooseneck thing you wear, like the one that subscriber gave me, but it comes out longer. And I think that's going to work for videoing riding on the bike. I just got to figure out the audio yet. But that third thing, I'm already forgetting. I was going to have the dealer look into about the bike, that I want to know if there's something they need to do to it. What is it? Well, you can't remind me if I don't tell you, but I will tell you. But I'm going to make another pot of coffee. I made one bottle because I wanted to brew quick so I could get it in me. I wanted that goodness in me. Today, talking about visiting my daughter and continuing, we're going to try and get a hike in one day. But like I said, she got the prison job. They got to go out of town. She only has the weekends. They got plans next weekend. And the weekend after, I'm blowing out. So I'll be hiking by myself. But I want to try that new technique with the trekking poles. And I'm going to become a four-legged animal. I'm going to get my exercise on. As far as food goes and carnivore and my diet, I'm all about getting back on it. But she made the Loco Moco last night. I made the tacos, and we had tacos, and we went to a Mexican restaurant, and I stopped at one in Tifton, Georgia at the Motel 6 and ate. That's when I went bad. Starting there. That's when I fell off the wagon. And then tonight is the Southern food dish. We didn't video Christina's meal. She kind of had it done when I got over there. And after I got settled in here with the camper, she called me up and said, "Are you going to come over tonight for dinner? I'm trying to figure out what to do." I'm like, well, I thought maybe, she went to church and everything yesterday. And then they had, she was going to do something else. I don't know, get some decorations out for Halloween. You gotta give people space. She'll give you all the time in the world if you hint you want to come over. She's never going to say no. But I know to limit my, rolling up on people. So she invited me. I said, well, I'll come over right now. I just settled in here. I just got it all set up. And I bought some meat to put out and cook or whatever last night. And I said, yeah, we're going to have your Loco Moco? Sure. Let's go. I'll be right over there. So Lisa showed up. I had to drive home in the darkness on these little narrow roads with a deer. It's very disconcerting. But tonight, eggs are done. Look. Now I just take the lid off and I unplug them. And I literally put this whole contraption in the reflective refrigerator. Oh, I got some skivvies on. It's all right. They're like gym shorts. All right. Here we go. And then I'll put them in the the egg thing here later. And it holds 7. There's one in the middle. So I put 7 in there. But before I make another pot, I know. I'll finish my thought. Eddie is making the Southern food. He's putting on today. I think he's home working today. Butter beans. A pot of butter beans, baby. Now, I'm going to have to send him a text and put a little bug in his ear and make it a little hint. Are you going to cook some cornbread with that? Because cornbread and butter beans, baby. Cornbread and beans, cornbread and milk, cornbread and cornbread, hot buttered cornbread. In a black iron skillet with a good brown scald on it, a nice crunch. And I'm talking about Martha White. I'm not talking about that Bisquick or some box cornbread that tastes like cake. That ain't cornbread. I've had it. It ain't nothing but muffins. I like Martha White cornmeal. But yellow or white, it's like the tortillas for the tacos. So Southern tonight. And then is Miss Lisa going to come through with her spaghetti? I hear she makes a pretty good spaghetti. And then I don't want to hurt Miss Rafaela's feelings. She wants to make me aliayo. I just try to say that. I'm not saying it right, but that's as close to correct as you can get. It's olive oil, garlic, and noodles. Pasta. I call it pasta. Some people call it noodles. Oh, is it good? And you got to put enough garlic, minced garlic that toast infuses in the oil slowly. Got to get the oil hot, but not too hot to burn it too quick. It's got to infuse into that oil and get that garlic flavor through the oil. And it's got to be strong enough that you can have it come out of your pores for 3 days. That's when it's good. And then it's over. It's all over until maybe the next vacation or something. I know the holidays are coming, but I'm not really, I can eat turkey. I'm not going to eat the mashed potatoes and gravy. You can't believe a damn thing I say. No one, I don't know, Fred and Raffaella want to have a meal and invite me. I think they do something every year with these friends they have. And I could come up here, but I've talked to my daughter about it. They kind of wing it. Eddie's people are up here and they kind of go over there maybe sometimes, and then they'll make something at the house. So I don't know. I really don't. And I may jump on the wing and wing it. You got to remember, if I stay south in the country, along the 10 and all, until January, you're not going to have any, real cold air that I got to worry about. Be wearing a jacket if you ride the southern route across the country. I got to figure out a way to pack that motorcycle just like I did the Harley. No pulling any trailer, no towing it, just ride it. We put everything in the saddlebags and in the trunk and on the top of the trunk and in the back seat that are clothing, riding gear, and camping equipment. I may not be able to cook, with stoves and all that, but I can just eat out, buy some lunch meat, get a steak, get a hamburger, and do it like that. Breakfast in the morning. Let's make some coffee. 4:01 a.m. Crush it.